Hey BC, it's Ron. Thanks for stopping by. Well, I'm back. It's been a while. It's been like 6 weeks, and during that 6 weeks, I've picked up quite a few new subscribers. So I want to welcome all you guys to the Hog's Den, and hope you stick around, make a few comments, let yourselves be known. All right, now. The whole idea behind this video is I got a request from Casey Chambers, and he's a subscriber of mine, and he has a blog called The College Crowd Digs Me. It's all one word, thecollegecrowddigsme.com. So I think Casey would like to have you check his blog out, I'm sure. And it seems like a really cool guy. He even interviews musical celebrities on his blog, so he's got some connections. So check him out. So Casey asked me to show a Neil Young album, After the Gold Rush, which is a rare misprint. And I showed it about, a couple, 3 years ago, and he wanted to see it again. So I've got that lined up, and as well I have some other Neil Young to go with it. So nothing left to do but to get going with the showing. Okay, this first one, this is the one that Casey wanted to see. And I'm sure most of you know this album. It's a 1970 Neil Young classic, After the Gold Rush. And how many of you ever look at the gatefold on the inside? Well, maybe you should be doing that. This shows a picture of Mark Bolan from T-Rex. And this is from the 1970 Electric Warrior album cover. And so this was a major blunder. And these are quite rare and valuable. In really nice shape, you're looking at about $200 US. So yeah, I would say the way I do it is every time I see this album cover, I'll just peek. Just pull it back a little bit and look at the corner right here. I can tell just by looking at the corner if it's the common one or if it's going to be the misprint. So yeah, this is the only copy I've ever seen. So they're pretty rare, and I snagged it as just a regular cheap copy, so it was a good find. So no information on that on Discogs as far as where it was pressed, but it's I'm sure it can be detected, but there was nothing on Discogs about it. Okay, this next one is equally as rare, or almost as rare. Maybe just say almost as rare. And it's a 1976 reissue. And the cool thing about this is, look at the text on the album cover. It's in pink. So this was not on the shelves very long at all. I mean, I don't know how long, but it wasn't long at all. I think Neil might have raised a big stink about it and had the covers reverted back to the original artwork. But it's the only copy I've ever seen, and I like the previous album. I just got it as a normal copy, so pretty happy about it. And this is also the first pressing to feature When I Dance, I Could Really Love as a remix. And all subsequent pressings after this album came out, it was always the remixed version. So in the remix version, Danny Wetton's guitar is more prominent, and it just has a nicer, brighter sound than the original mix. Now, Discogs does say that this album features an extended version of that song, but I double checked that on my original first press copy, and it's the same version, but it is a remix. but it's just not extended. I think they were mistaken because if you look at the label, even on this copy, it'll say 3 minutes and 44 seconds long, but in actuality it's about 15 seconds longer. So I think that's where they got confused over that. But keep your eyes peeled for this, because these are worth about 150 US. So very nice. Now this third Neil Young After the Gold Rush I wanted to show, I picked it up, I want to say 1995. I bought it here locally at Rockaway Records when they had a store out in Mesa. And it was 40 bucks. And it's a signed, autographed copy of Neil Young After the Gold Rush. And see if I can get a good shot of the signature right there. It says Neil Young 83. So he signed it in 83, and Neil did play here in 1983 at ASU. And so that's probably when he signed it. And the good thing about it, it's not inscribed to anybody. So that elevates the value right there. If you ever get anything autographed, don't have the person put your name on it unless it means a lot to you to have that, because it's going to affect the value. People do not want an autograph that says, "To Mark, Neil Young," you know, unless maybe your name is Mark, you know what I mean. So that's it for the albums. And I've got some laser discs to show, and I think I have most of them. There's a couple of movies that Neil did. One was Love at Large, and the other one is Made in Heaven. And I don't have those on Laserdisc, but I think I've got a VHS tape of Love at Large. So I'm going to show my Laserdiscs. And the first one is a theatrical movie that came out in 1979, and it is Russ Never Sleeps. Now this is not the original video artwork. The original video artwork was a cartoon picture. This next one is Human Highway, and this is like a regular movie that Neil put together himself as an independent. And this come out in 82 or 83, I think maybe 82. And parts of it were actually filmed a couple of years earlier, and then but most of the movie was all done at a certain time. And this is just a camp classic, cult classic, just essential to see. And it's got Neil Young and Devo jamming on Hey Hey My My with Boogie Boy in a crib. And he's singing the lead vocals. And this actually was issued as a director's cut several years ago on DVD. And I passed on it because I heard that they cut that portion of the film. They trimmed it way down. So you're not going to see the full performance. The only way you're going to see the full performance is on the Laserdisc or the original VHS tape. So yeah, this has got Russell Tamblyn in the movie, who he did a lot of acting. He was one of the dancers on West Side Story. And his younger brother Larry was in the Standells. This also has Dean Stockwell, who co-wrote a screenplay called After the Gold Rush. And the script was that was written, Neil based the songs on After the Gold Rush after that script. And it also has Dennis Hopper, who was in the movie Easy Rider. So really cool. This next one is Neil Young live in Berlin, Germany. And this is the Electric Trance Tour. And this laser disc came out in 1986. It was originally published in 1983. And Neil just put together a little band for this show, and it features Ben Keith and Ralph Molina from Crazy Horse and Bruce Palmer on bass, who was originally in the Buffalo Springfield. So yeah, look at that 80s cover. I mean, boy, doesn't that date this thing? Wow. New wavy. This next one is Solo Trans, and I think these are a little bit harder to come by. So it's Neil Young on acoustic guitar, and after that he brings the band out as the Shocking Pinks and does the 1950s rock and roll electric set. And it's got some acting in between the songs and stuff like that. Neil was doing a lot of experimenting in the 80s with different off-the-wall things, and this is no exception. Okay, this one is a movie that he appeared in. He had a small part, and it's called 68. And this movie's from 1987. And this is Neil in character in the movie. And he played the part of Westy, who was a motorcycle shop owner. And it has some music by John Cipollina on this, and as well as Buffalo Springfield, Jefferson Airplane, Hendrix, Joplin, and CCR. The next one is Weld from 1991, and this is the first tour that I saw Neil on. I saw Neil probably at least maybe 5 times, and this was the first tour that I saw him, and it was fantastic. Okay, the next one is a Laserdisc of MTV's Unplugged session, 1993. And the final one is Neil Young and Crazy Horse Complex session. And this is recorded live in the studio, but unfortunately, I don't know why, but it's only got 4 songs on it. But I think one of the songs might be on the long side of things. You know, they were jamming. So it still runs 30 minutes. The songs are from the Sleeps with Angels album, and it's My Heart, Prime of Life, Change Your Mind, and Piece of Crap. So this come out in 1994. Okay, that is going to do it on the Neil showing, and hope you enjoyed seeing those and maybe learned a thing or two. I will probably try and get another video out here, maybe within a week or so. I'll do some recent finds, and yeah, I hope you're doing okay. I'm getting along better than I was. I got a job in a record store, so I've been doing that for like 2 months now, and I just love it. It's great when you can do something you love and get paid for it. And I've never really had that type of job before. Not really. So I'm really happy about it, and I wish it was steady full-time, but for right now it's sort of a part-timer thing. It's slow during the summer, so hours, my boss has a tendency to work a lot of those hours because of that. So when business picks up in the fall, hopefully I can get more closer to 40-hour weeks. But it's still a big help, and I'm doing all right. So everybody take care, and look for the video here in another week or so, and catch you guys in the future. Bye.